So, I got something super cool for you today. And I've been really looking forward to this one because, we're gonna talk about gladiators, but like the real ones.
Oh man, you're absolutely right. And this is something I'm super passionate about because Hollywood has just, gotten so much wrong about gladiators over the years.
So what's like the biggest misconception that people have about gladiators?
Well, the thing is, people think these fights were just, constant bloodbaths with everyone fighting to the death. But that's not really how it worked at all. Like, gladiators were incredibly expensive to train and maintain, right? And the really interesting thing is that most fights actually didn't end in death.
Wait, seriously, but I thought, wasn't that the whole point?
See, that's exactly what Hollywood wants you to think. But these guys were basically, well, they were like the professional athletes of their time. And the Lanistas, those were the gladiator school owners. They invested tons of money in training these fighters. Like, they weren't just going to throw away their investment in every match.
So, what was the training actually like then?
It was absolutely intense, but it was also super organized. Like, gladiators had strict diets, and they actually ate better than most Romans. They were basically, well, they were like the ancient equivalent of premium athletes. And they even had their own doctors who specialized in treating their injuries.
What about their lives outside the arena? Did they have any freedom?
That's actually really fascinating because, while most gladiators were slaves, some were actually free men who chose this life. And successful gladiators became like celebrities in their time. They endorsed products, had fan clubs, and some even became really wealthy.
Really? So it wasn't all just, fighting and death?
Not at all. The gladiatorial games were more like, well, think of them as staged performances. And the fighters were trained in specific fighting styles, right? They had referees, rules, and everything. It was more like modern-day MMA than the brutal free-for-all that movies show us.
I guess we should probably wrap this up. Thanks for sharing all this with us today.
Absolutely. And remember, everyone, the real story of gladiators is way more fascinating than what you see in the movies. Like, these were real people with real lives, not just killing machines.